I'll skip on his reading. Hopefully you can read some of that. But I'm part of a junior school, Llancaeach up the road. Caerffili is the infant school. It has its challenges, not being a primary school. And I think we're on the third date of amalgamating. It was meant to be next year, but now hopefully 2027. I was part of the initial pilot group for the Sabothol back in 2018. So I think there's lots of things where you've learned and I've had to catch up afterwards. But I've also been lucky enough last year that I went on and spent 2 days a week at Ysgol Penarthau up the road. So I was acting as an LSA, and as time went on, doing those 2 days a week, teaching the class, first in small groups and then as a class. So for myself, the benefits were huge, and considering it was 2018, I did the course, and as you know, we can't always have time to practice. It was amazing to do that, so hopefully you have the opportunity to do that as well in the future. And we were fortunate enough last summer to be awarded our Arian Award for the Caerffili campus. Like a lot of other schools, we plan in Welsh around our topic. So we have here our overview. So making sure that, if we are doing dance, can we link it to folk dancing? Can we invite in different Welsh visitors? We actually last year had Caerffili. I don't know if if you've been on a sabbatical, you've met his wife, Tudur. What did his wife's name? Who was the person with the name of the lady who runs the course? I don't know. Lowry, yeah. So yes, they can point you in the right direction. So he came and did clock show dancing and different tricks towards the children and things. So again, we link in vocabulary to do with maths, the topics we do in that term. So the teachers, they link, we all should be doing like adio, tynnu, lluosi, using our day-to-day Welsh, but then also languages we teach in the morning, hopefully then in the afternoon or that week, use our vocabulary and Gymraeg hefyd. So, like us all, using progression steps for Welsh. For years and years, we were using Podanter when it first came out, all the way till the last 2 years. So we spent the last 2 years, first of all, adapting the packs, linking to our topics. So I have some examples. I'll probably ramble on and it'll come up with them. But we still carry on with a Welsh book, and then in our topic books we have some sort of Wenglish, and we say to the children, we must include the Welsh date. If you learn the term in English and Welsh, put it into your topic in the afternoons. So here, we were quite fortunate when we first were trying to move away from Podanter that some of the topics we were covering in English, they were already in the packs. So they lent themselves. Obviously, some of the units might be for years 3 or 4, so we up-leveled those to years 5 and 6, be it the text or the activities. And Oes Victoria was one that I did with year 3 last year. And we have, I'm just thinking things at the moment, I'm just telling you, but again, here there's other topics which are from the packs that the children use. We've got a big focus on oracy because a lot of schools have had their inspections lately. They've been told, the inspectors are out in the yard and they're asking the children, like, sit my toe with heddiw, questions like that. So we thought as a school it's all well and good the information being in the books, but can the children verbalise things they've learned? Can they read what they've written? Can they speak to strangers as well? And one thing we've tried to do recently, which I got as an idea from one of our Welsh meetings, is the head going around the school and asking the children, beth ydi dweud di, sut o'i ti? So getting them used to speaking Welsh out of context, maybe out of the familiarity of their classrooms. But yeah, we've got lots of QR codes in our books where children are reading, they're writing, they plan in different ways. Here, last year, or the year before now, when the Football World Cup was going on, again, we linked the topics, tried to take things from the packs, but using the sentence patterns to link it to the World Cup. So creating text about Gareth Bale at the time. Got your emails about we had robots as another topic. So we had emails to a robot, like a figure we had it in the school called Taif. So yeah, it's just basically using the Podante packs, trying to adapt them to our topics. But one thing we found was that the confidence in teaching kind of went down a little bit. I think our teachers in my school, there's only 6 of us, but we're back to being 5 in September. There's different levels of confidence, but before, when the Podante packs were there, it was like, great, brilliant, I got these. When it came to adapting them, they were kind of like, oh, Simon, can you come and help? And I was like, try as best as I can. We have half-termly guided reading weeks. This year we've it's sort of changed because we've realised with the oracy and the sentence builders, which is something I kind of missed when I was on the course, that's the way forward, we feel. That building the children's vocabulary, the sentence levels, the details they can put in, we're focusing more on that and spending more time, because we always used to be, right, 1 week on past tense, next week we're going on to foods, the following week we're going on to something else. But we're trying to embed it now over a period of time. But we still do have half-termly guided reading weeks. And we've been fortunate so far that we can use resources from the packs. But maybe in the future, the topics we do aren't in the pack. So that's when I might come calling to any of you if you can help out for resources. So yeah, we've done around the world. So Carabao we use, again, up-leveling it for years 5 and 6. And the Goedwig, just off the top of my head. And here we had robots, was another theme that we covered. And again, there was one, not sure if I can see it there, but from one of the Podante packs, it was about food. So I changed it, so it was about what a robot would eat, so bolts and nuts and things like that. Again, more here, things here, just adapting. We were looking at the sentence patterns, trying to make it fun, things that the children would enjoy, asking them for their pupil voice, what they would like to cover. And something we've done the last few years is focus on 2 subjects to begin with. So it was maths and PE. So we, as teachers, giving the instructions. We're lucky in my school that we have a fluent Welsh speaker who's an LSA, and she's taken everything by the horn and just, gone off and been brilliant around the school. So they were the 2 subjects we started with, but obviously then having our topics each term, adapting those, the children's vocabulary and knowledge has improved and increased. And I think this is from, yes, yeah, my head and yours, thankfully, I'm gonna say, Susie it, isn't it? Yeah. Your head shared this with us, and I looked at it and I thought, you must be so proud of the work you've done for this. Susie with the sentence builders, I'm not sure if you've all seen the resources, but blown my mind off, and I don't say too much, but looking at the kind of activities, games, how you have done it, it's kind of like we've looked at it, trying to make it our own now. So yeah, by using the sentence patterns, the games, the builders, that's been our focus since just before Easter. One thing we've done as well across the curriculum in English, we use chili challenges or toolkits, so assessment grids. So again, we've used it in Welsh, so children are familiar with it. Memory joggers, we use PyCorbit for English, so again, the children are using that for their Welsh and then using that to do their oracy. And as a cluster, we are sharing our year 6 works, like the top, middle, bottom, with the comprehensive schools, because we find that some of the children, they come back when they're in year 7 and they're kind of like, oh, we're learning colours, or we're learning this, and you think, oh, you can, there's so much more you can do. So the comps, they both agreed it'd be beneficial if we can try and work together more closely. Again, we've done prove it grids in English, trying to do it with Welsh with the reading resources. Class games, obviously we spend 20 minutes each morning, so 9 o'clock until 20 past 9, playing different types of games. We spend a Monday morning using the placemat, the AS one, just to keep those ticking over, because we found before the children, if they were covering Faint Dyddi, they won't know it later on. And in the afternoon, with my class and throughout the school, the children, they take the register and they choose 5 children to ask different questions to. So we have the placemat on the board, and the children obviously ask and answer the questions using those. But we do build up then to an hour session each week. Again, the activities, the games that a lot of you are familiar with, using those. But then we've used them then to adapt them to, I think it's on the next slide, to our topic. So recently we've been doing the environment, so using the sentence builders, you know, so the children to learn their new vocabulary. And recently when we had our Dewch Weld, this is what the year 6 class were doing. So they were using it then to create the piece of oracy work. But yeah, so we've, using the sentence builders, we've kind of gone down that route now with embedding, and it's shown, and even using mini whiteboards quite a lot. I've got a year 5, 6 class, and I've got some boys who are quite street smart and were ready to go to comp. But they just love the little activities, anything where they can get up and go around the room. Whereas before, when it was like, right, we're going to do a piece of writing, and they're like, oh, great. And they might not understand. They like getting up, and they do remain on task when they are sharing their work with one another. Again, just different games and things we're using. And at the recently, we've been looking at planets as well, so using different word mats. And as a cluster, we've agreed that in the autumn term, we're going to create a day-to-day word mat. So something where the children, when they go to comp then, they all know guy, Europa, guy, then thing, phrases like that. But again, you know, using adjectives is another thing I found was a weakness in our school. So using terminology from the progression steps. Each class have been given a different set to learn. So hopefully, because they miss out, I feel sometimes, when they come to us in year 3, we can fill in the gaps and build up. Because I found a lot of the children who was saying, oh, dwi'n hoffi pêl-droed achos mae'n fantastic. Yeah. Whereas now they can be more focused and give more specific reasons. Sorry. And again, like, we track using the ES tracker, but we've adapted some of this from the progression steps. And then just different, again, back to
Sorry. Oh,
diolch yn fawr.
wow, diolch yn fawr.